Hello everybody, my name is Cypher and today we're going to a new Division 2 build video. This is a variation and a revamp of the previous build that I posted recently to my channel, where it was a skill build that I used for Solo Legendary. You guys had some comments and opinions down below, and I wanted to integrate them to see if we could improve the build more for newer returning players. So I was reading through the suggestions. Some people were recommending getting rid of the waveform holster and replacing it with a wyvern piece to get a more consistent damage rate with my skills. Other people were recommending maybe not using the capacitor and using like the test subject. And there were like a bunch of different like other opinions that were left in the comments below, and I wanted to go incorporate them to the into the build just to see if it does any better. Let's get started and showcase you with what we got now. Starting off with the specialization, I'm using the Technician specialization. This gives me like an extra bonus skill damage, extra damage to skills within a certain radius, gives me an extra skill tier, and overall it gives me EMP nades as well, which is really good for Legendary. So the reason why EMP nades are so good is because they can disable enemy electronics, along with dealing a good amount of burst damage, I believe 1.5 to 2 million damage to any electronics hit within the radius, which is really good against Warhounds and Micro Tanks. Along with that, you get some free like ways to hold enemy electronics still, which allows you to get some consistent burst stacks, and I'll explain why that is when I go into my weapons. Going off into the primary weapons, I'm using the named PDR assault rifle, the test subject. So this AR is super easy to get, by the way. It's in the open loot pool. You can farm AR targeted loot, and it should drop for you pretty quickly. It's got some decent base damage, somewhat decent RPM, and I have an extended mag on here. You want to roll some damage to targets out of cover or damage to armor. Those are typically the best, and it comes with the talent perfectly in sync. Hitting an enemy grants 20% skill damage for 5 seconds, and using a non-shield skill or damaging an enemy with a skill grants 20% weapon damage for 5 seconds. And then damage increases are doubled while both buffs are active at the same time. This means once you can hit someone with your AR pretty quickly, and then after that you can get one of your skills to deal some quick damage. You can get 40% weapon damage and 40% skill damage for 5 seconds each, which is really nice. And it's very easy to get both these procced, so overall you'll see some really high damage numbers. Going to the attachments, I have 5% crit chance scope, I have a 20 round mag, and I have a 5% crit chance muzzle brake. There's another variant, or like another named weapon that has this talent, which is the Harmony. I like the Harmony. Sorry about that. Let me see. Where do I have one? The Harmony, which is the named Mark 47 rifle. I believe it might be a Dark Zone exclusive, but I have seen it drop in the open loot pool, I believe. So if you want to go do that, you could also farm named item caches for rifle targeted loot as well. But it has the same talent, and overall, if you don't have the test subject, this is it has the same exact talent for it, so you can use that as a replacement, or if you want you can run double, so that way when you run into AR mode you could switch to this, you don't lose any of those buffs. Going off into the secondary, I am using the Scorpio exotic shotgun. This is the best exotic weapon in the game for solo players, and especially the best for PvE content. The Scorpio has really decent damage, really fast rate of fire, a really fast reload, and not only that, it has really good range. But none of those are the reason why you're using this exotic. The reason you're using it is for the talent, the Septic Shock. Let me go scroll over here. Shooting a target applies a stack of venom, which lasts for 10 seconds. Increasing the stacks adds more severe debuffs to the target. For 1 stack, you get poison. For 3 stacks, you could disorient them. For your 6th stack, you get shock on them, which is really nice, especially for the enemy electronics. And then for the 7th shot, which is the final in the out of all the buckshot that you have, targets take additional 20% damage from all sources, so that includes your skills, your primary weapons, right? And then all stacks will like not increase for that whole 10-second duration. So you cannot restack these on top of each other. You have to wait for that full 10 seconds after that 7th shot. So, but overall, that's not necessarily going to matter. And the duration of the status effects is based on the percentage of pellets hit on applying the shot. So basically, while the shotgun does have super good range, you will not get the pure and highest benefits of these stacks if you're using it at range. Obviously, you don't want to be super close when you're in Legendary, so that's why it's super easy to use it as an escape tool. Let's say enemies push up to you super fast. hit them with the Scorpio a couple times for like with blind fire as well, and you can go back while they're disoriented. You get 10% reload speed, 10% crit hit chance, 10% weapon handling, and 10% stability. This shotgun really feels like it's not moving at all when you fire it, and the best way to get it is from exotic caches, or you can get it from shotgun targeted loot. It's out in the open, it's super easy to get, and I highly recommend that every player, especially solo players, get this exotic. Going off into the pistol, this is a Dark Zone exclusive, the TDI card custom. This pistol comes with a free skill tier while you are holding the pistol, by the way. That is the most important part. It has a decent sized mag, and then after that, has decent damage and rate of fire. But the main reason using it is for that skill tier, but I got mine with the talent Future Perfect. I recommend running Future Perfect, at least for this build, and most skill builds, because weapon kills grant 1+ skill tier for 15 seconds, and stacking up to 3 times. That is not the important part. The more important part is weapon kills while it's skill tier 6, which we already are at base, even without holding it, grant overcharge for 15 seconds, and there's a cooldown for the overcharge for 90 seconds. That is exactly why you're running it, for that overcharge. It's super easy to proc, and 90 seconds is nothing when you're in Legendary, so you can overcharge a bunch. Overall, it's super nice to have. You can get it from named item caches, conflict caches, or in the Dark Zone. But since you probably aren't like a bunch of PvP players, at least if you're like a PvE player who's getting overrun with expertise in the Dark Zone and conflict, I recommend just farming named item caches. You can play some countdown, and you'll be able to open a bunch of them. Going off onto the gear pieces. So we are running 3-piece Empress, 1-piece Wyvern, and 2-piece Hana Yu. Going off to the mask, this is our first piece of Empress, giving us 10% skill health. I have the skill tier on there, 12% skill haste, 10% skill damage, and then an 11.8% skill haste mod. Overall, all these pieces are super easy to farm. You just gotta go farm targeted loot for them and hope you get the best drops. I recommend farming Countdown or Summit. Going off onto the chest piece, I'm running a Wyvern chest piece. 1-piece bonus will give us 10% skill damage. So I didn't get the best rolls on here. I had a really hard time having a drop with all the rolls I needed, but I'll explain why in a moment. So I rolled a red core onto here because I already had 5 skill tiers and I get the +1 from the technician specialization. So I had the freedom to choose what I wanted to roll on there. I decided I'd rather get some more AR damage. You could roll some armor onto here if you want to, but the main reason I'm running AR damage is because with my talent Glass Cannon, I'm already going to be taking a lot of damage anyways. So if I get shot in Legendary, it's not going to matter how much armor I have. If it's going to save me 2 extra bullets, it'll basically be an instant death regardless. So that's why I'd rather take the 15% passive weapon damage. I had Hasbro on here. I would recommend like having skill haste, skill damage. The rolls were not the best, but this is what I was able to get because I mainly wanted a Wyvern piece with some skill damage on there and then Glass Cannon. That's what I wanted overall because Glass Cannon amplifies all damage I deal by 25%. That includes my skills as well, guys. Don't forget about that. And then all damage you take is amplified by 50%. By the way, this 25% is not counted in the skill stats sheet. It's more or less implemented when you're actually in combat. But basically, you'd rather have skill haste here, 12% skill haste, 10% skill damage, and then I have a 12% skill haste mod. Once again, you could choose whatever you want to roll for this or any of the other pieces. Make sure you just have one extra piece that isn't a skill tier, as you're not going to be gaining anything from it. Going off to our second piece of Empress, this gives us 10% skill damage. This is for the holster. I got 10% skill damage and 12% skill haste. This is a perfect piece. Nothing really better that you can get here. Going off to the backpack, this is the named Force Multiplier backpack from the Hana Yu brand. For our first piece of Hana Yu, it's giving us 10% skill haste, which is nice considering that the skills I'm going to be using in this video have very short cooldowns. I believe actually in like while you're in combat, it is a 12-second cooldown for both the striker drone and the assault turret with the rolls I have now, and it probably could even be shorter because I don't have all my rolls maximized. I have a skill tier on here. I got 12% skill haste, 10% skill damage, and a 12% skill haste mod. Going off to the talent, this is the reason why you're running this backpack. For that perfect combined arms, shooting an enemy increases total skill damage by 30% for 3 seconds. Like I mentioned with Perfectly in Sync, I'll be getting just 70% off of these two talents proc together. That's not counting everything else. I'm being dead serious here when I say this is probably one of the best talents for a lot of skill builds. I highly recommend getting this backpack. Super easy to get. Farm Hana Yu or targeted backpack loot. These are the best ways to get it. And you can get it in the open loot pool or in item caches as well. Going off to the gloves, this is our third and final piece of Empress, giving us 10% skill efficiency. We have one skill tier on here, 10% skill damage, 12% skill haste. Once again, another perfect piece, another god roll piece. Can't get any better than this. And for our final piece, we are using the knee pads, the Hannah U knee pads, which give us 10% skill damage. Got a skill tier on here, 10% skill damage, and I did not have 12% skill haste, but that's preferably what you'd have, and you have a perfect piece. Overall, once again, this is super easy to farm. The only thing I really had a hard time with was getting good rolls for the chest piece. I feel like this is probably what you guys are going to have the hardest amount of time with, since there's so many requirements you need to meet to make that god roll piece. But overall, I feel like y'all be able to manage. You just get a wyvern piece with glass cannon, and you can choose to do whatever the hell you want with it. Going off next into my skills. These are the most important and core part of the build. I kept these the same from the last video, where I am running the striker drone and the assault turret. So with the assault turret, I'll have 6.6 million HP on it and 127k base damage. That is without any buffs, and that is without sacrifice being like included here either. Since we're at skill tier 6, 120% bonus damage and 420% health are applied to the drone. These are already included, and that goes the same for my striker drone, where the striker drone will only have 3.4 million health, but it's a lot more mobile, can get enemies out of cover, and it deals about 79k to 80k per shot off base with no buffs. Overall, this build is super easy to farm, and I enjoyed it a lot. I did see that it did perform better, at least more consistently better, than my previous build, so I would recommend running this one instead. I will still leave a link to the other one before, but I do believe this is the better and improved version, and it's not even at its peak state. Once again, I'm not at shade level 1000, so I don't have all my base attributes maxed out. So if you are shade level 1000, you'll get a lot more out of this build than I do. And then not only that, if you can maximize your attributes and get the exact rolls you want, you're going to perform better than I will too. I'll just go through the first few encounters, and overall just show you how you should be playing. You want to play far back with this build, because once again, you don't want to be taking a lot of damage, because if you do, you will die very quickly. Mission options. Let's go put that on legendary, and let's get straight into it.
Got your objective.
All right, so starting off, we want to get a good clean opening here. Let's go get my assault turret right here.
Enemy engaged.
I don't think that EMP's gonna hit anything, but if it does, that's just a free bonus. Alright. So as you can see, it's pretty easy for my skills to melt things. Oh, we got a guy up there. It's pretty easy for my skills to melt enemy targets. Let me go play up real quick, actually. Let's see what we got going on here. So the skills, as I've noticed, will typically hit each of them, by the way, for about, the most consistent number I've seen is about 244k damage per shot, which is really nice with all buffs and abilities procced. Sometimes hitting up to 300k per shot, which is really nice, and it could probably get even higher for you if you get the better rolls, like I said earlier. Let me go just drop that. I'm perfectly in sync. Get rid of that mini tank. Yeah, so there we go. You see 270k, 275k, and then when it stopped proccing, it was about 170k. Alright, got the mini tank down. Alright. So the first wave is almost complete. Let me just go proc my talent real quick. It's only hitting for 150k because I can't get some active stacks here. Really don't got a lot of line of sight on my targets. My turret is very low. Who we got hiding over here? Alright, got my striker drone back. Quickly making work of these ads. Oh, I don't know what the hell happened there. Okay, so second wave is starting. And now what we're going to do is we're going to play further back once again. Alright, need to get my assault turret though real quick to get rid of those explosive drones and rushers that are going to be coming in. Let's get rid of that guy quick. As you can see, they can't really get close to me because they're distracted with my skills. Okay, let's have my striker drone go over to that guy. Get the other guy by the bus here. Is he get a peek? No. Alright, we should have our third and final wave starting soon. Here we go. Yeah, third and final wave. This is the one with the chungas. So this is the most difficult one, but I feel like we'll be alright. Once again, this build does have really high damage and sustainability. Like, the survivability is not all that good. But once again, it's not going to matter with how much damage you deal out, which is why everyone runs striker builds and all reds. Alright, 240k there. They're still going for me. Cracked him real quick. First chunga goes down real quick and nice, and our drone is about to run down, so that's a shame. Is second chunga already gone? Oh, no, he's just really far back for some reason. Okay. Alright. My turret's getting a little low. We'll get my striker drone back. Alright, about to get my assault turret back. Alright, get my striker drone up. You can see they're quickly melting the NPCs. Alright. Striker drone cracked him, and we finish him off. Should just be the sniper left now, if I'm correct. Could be wrong on that, though. I don't see anyone else, though. Alright, I'm not really hitting them much with my AR here. And then my skills melt them away. And there we go. That is the first encounter done. Nice, clean, and simple. We only used 2 armor kits, which is a little bit more than I'd like. But, you know, we still performed pretty well. Skill haste mod's kind of low. At least for a legendary role. Alright, so here's the second encounter. So what you want to do here is you're going to want to open this door, and what we're going to do is you're going to get up close real here. They're going to start sprinting at you. Don't worry. Have an assault turret ready, and have a striker drone. Alright. So to get some consistent burst DPS, we can kill them through the heal. But let's have my turret focus that healing station first. Because they are negating a lot of our consistent DPS this way. The reviver drone. Okay, we got our striker drone up. He was able to revive that guy. The medics are a real nuisance, but overall we're still getting through here with little to no difficulties, which is nice. But the second wave of this encounter can be a little bit of a pain. We get 3 chungas and a bunch of more NPCs, which obviously is not very fun to deal with. Okay, let's go get these guys out of cover real quick. Let's have my drone harass them a little.
Clan member in need of backup.
Even our AR can deal some consistent damage. Obviously, it's not as high as I would wish, considering how far away we are, but that's not going to matter. Alright, there we go. Now we just have the elite left. That other healing station is down. Alright. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go trigger the second wave, because obviously this NPC is running away. Oh no. Oh no. Did the wave trigger? I have no clue. I don't think it did. Okay. Let's get a little up close and personal here. Here we go. There's the second wave. So what we're going to want to do is you're going to run all the way back, as far back as you can. Not even to this space, even further. And what's going to happen? Oh, this is not good. My assault turret is down. Right, get focused on the drone. Alright, gonna place my assault turret. Not in the most ideal position, but the idea is that we want it to distract and melt the Chunga's armor. So we're gonna get behind this tarp here. We're gonna wait for all of them to run through. He's backing up. Got the first Chunga down. Come on, go for him. Okay.
Vital signs critical.
Had to armor kit there. Definitely not the best outcome. There we go. Get an assault turret real quick. Go for the big boy. Cracked him real quick. He is down. Once again, 240k per hit. Way to go. Focus that guy first. Melted him real clean and simple. Can't really get some clean shots from here. I'm scared that that Chunga's gonna turn around and do that. Here's what I'm gonna do. Go get rid of that healing station first. Okay. Blade up again. Okay. While our striker drone is distracted, I was able to go pick up the assault turret. So we'll get him right here. Right in front of that Chunga. Cracked him. Oh, the healing station's behind cover. Okay. Pulse mod. Yep, not gonna need that. We gotta pick you up. Hey, there we go. We got an armor kit. Okay, melted that guy real quick, and we are done with the encounter. Once again, it's a little bit rough sometimes. You don't have the craziest survivability, so you want to make sure that you're always taking your time. This next encounter, I want you to follow my exact setup here. So what's going to happen is, once you open this gate, enemies are going to run through this door here. They haven't spawned yet, but I'm not going to shoot in case it accidentally triggers it. So what you're going to do is you're going to get behind this little half wall here, this little barrier. You're going to throw your turret on top, once again, on top of the little shelf here. On top of the little counter, as I do here. There we go. We're gonna have him target the first rusher. Second. Get the sniper. Alright. Use my striker drone. We're gonna go get rid of the guy on the sentry. There we go. Got one guy left until we need sniper. They'll all proc that perfectly in sync. Oop, hit me there. Alright, so that is that encounter done. So there is a second part to this encounter here, and I'll explain to you in a bit. Once again, follow my instructions exactly, and you should come out all right. So here's what's going to happen. Once you clear out all the enemies here, you are going to run up, and you see this crate right here, the one I'm shooting at. The second you reach that crate, or somewhere within that line, what's going to happen is that a whole new wave is going to spawn. I believe there's going to be Chungas. There's a Warhound, I believe. There's a bunch of nasty ass stuff you don't want to deal with, and especially those exploding drones. If you don't like them as much as I do, then you're definitely going to want to listen here. You're going to place your sentry turret here, and you're going to get your striker drone up. You're going to walk here, trigger the encounter, and run all the way back once again. We're going to go take a little detour so I can get some cover and break line of sight, and we're going to go get as far back as possible. We're going to send in our drone, and we're going to just keep shooting. That's it. This encounter is really hard, especially if you're up there. Doesn't matter if you're using Striker or whatever, any tank build. This is super hard encounter. So what you're going to do is you're going to play back once again and let all the skills do the work for you. Your job is to amplify your skills to make sure they make your life easier. As you can see, they're going down real quick, thanks to all the ways we're amplifying our skills. Got that sacrifice perfectly in sync, and perfectly combined arms. All these different buffs and stuff from the gear and brand sets. So it's real nice and simple. It's all about making your life easier. Now we just have the demo, and the demo is down. We hardly got shot, if at all, and we were able to get through that encounter super quick and easy. Negotiators. Oh, that's really nice. I need to clear my inventory, though. I think I picked up a lot of gear pieces today. I'm not going to need this trash mask. Alright. So we got some mods. What do we got? Skill haste. Double skill haste. Shield mod. Alright. Well, actually, let me go pick up my... Oh, armor kit. And my assault turret, and I'm going to disable my drone. Alright, so for this next encounter, this is the easiest part of the entire stronghold. What you're going to do is you're going to run up these stairs, and in this room right here, there's going to be two dogs. One that fires grenades, and one that fires machine gun rounds. So you're going to have the assault turret distract the machine gun dog, and you are going to use your test subject to go proc your perfectly instinct. We already cracked him. And the demo dog is the one you want to get rid of first. Alright. Now we have both full throttle on the assault dog. Just want to stay behind these doors, right? Making sure I'm breaking line of sight. Cracked him. And the skills do the rest of the work. And you are done with that encounter. Once again, it's the easiest one. Let's go pick up our assault turret. We're going to refill on ammo here. Just give me 1 sec. Sorry about that. Talking for a while kind of gets my throat a little dry, so I'm just going to go drink something real quick. I had to re-record this quite a bit. And I was recording a lot of other stuff earlier today, so I got some new videos that'll be coming out sooner and later. Alright. We're going to get behind cover right here. You're going to want to throw your assault turret right up top here, get that high ground. Get rid of that mini tank first, and while that's happening, we are going to back into this room here with the dogs. Now what's going to happen here is you're going to want to just shoot and keep your skills talents activated from the back lines. Just got rid of half that elite mini tank's HP in an instant. Super clean and simple. Our striker drone is down. So the assault drone, get in there, striker drone. Alright, there we go. Oh, we got Robodog. Got a Warhound coming. 2 of them. Okay. What's he doing here? Alright, he's down. Alright, let me go restock on ammo. And there is a second wave to this encounter once again. It's a little tough, but you'll get the hang of it. My drone is down. There we go. Second wave. Just start spraying from the back. Alright, there we go. Let's go get rid of that drone technician. Alright, let me get my drone on that guy, because he's shooting at me, and I'm not a personal fan of that. Alright, so we're not going to get our drone in the exact place we got it earlier. Oh, okay. I'm just going to get it, try to get it on some high ground so we can shoot over those tables and counters. As, after all, there's a lot of cover for enemies here, and not a lot of cover for you. So we're just going to try to negate that as much as possible. Getting healed, okay. Oh, maybe there's a sniper there. Could have been bad. Buff my skills real quick, get rid of that sniper. I don't know if I have proper line of sight on that healing station. I do, okay. Oh, he's shooting at me? Okay. Let's play it up. Now, while I'm safe behind cover, I can let my drone and assault turret handle that. Quickly make work of them. Let's get rid of the other guy head glitching. Let's get rid of this elite, actually, first. Skills putting in work here. Come on. Is my drone really struggling here? Okay. Alright, while that's going on, I'm just gonna go pick up my restock my ammo. Pick up my assault turret. So apparently my drone did that well of a god of just suppressing him. Like. Alright, cool. So that encounter is done. It can be pretty annoying at times, but you'll find a way. Once again, you just play far back. Got some more mods though. I think it's mod targeted loot here. Burn resistance, armor on kill. Nothing good. Kind of wish it was pulse resistance, but, you know, we can't... You know, beggars can't be choosers. Well, everyone, I think you can see from here that this build is super strong. You deal a lot of super good and consistent damage with your skills. Super easy to proc your abilities. While the survivability is not the most important and like greatest here, you want to make sure that that damage is still being consistently put out. Overall, this build is really strong, and I really like the suggestions that you guys gave me in the comments below. As the build did improve a lot, it was able to be more consistently and better damaging, and I had a lot of fun with it. Once again, please leave your comments and thoughts down below on the build, what improvements or changes you would make, or like how your experiences with the build like played out when you tried to go attempt for solo legendary. I enjoyed it a lot. I had a lot of fun, and other than that, I want to say this. So at the time I was recording this, I had just hit 500 subscribers, and I want to thank you guys so much for this. Like once again, it truly means a lot to me that I was able to reach this milestone, because I know that it's not something that I could have just done alone, and it's something that all of you guys contributed together to help get me to where I am now. The growth on the channel has been like extraordinary. I've been like blowing up recently. All my videos getting a bunch of views. You guys leaving your thoughts down below, and I feel like we're really getting somewhere. Especially with the future of this channel. I'm gonna keep uploading videos. I want you guys to just keep giving your thoughts. Like the video, subscribe, turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. And other than that, once again, I do read your comments. Always leave your thoughts down below in the video. I always love seeing what y'all think, whether it's good or bad. And other than that, I'll see you guys next time. 500 subscriber special is coming out soon. I'll be doing some runs to the Dark Zone and educating players on how to like navigate there, especially if you're new and returning. So stay tuned for when that video comes out. And I will see you all next time. Bye.